Hey folks, so this is a bit of a, I say kind of difficult video to make. So some of you may know that on a Wednesday I regularly go to a pub quiz, and for the last 6 months it's been great. I've had nothing but love and affection from everybody that I've been there. My quiz team are amazing. The landlord and landlady of the bar that I go to are amazing, super accepting. But tonight I had my first experience of, I wouldn't quite say hate, but a ability to not understand. So the story behind it was that after the quiz had finished, we were drinking up drinks, and this guy who was clearly drunk asked me what my name was, and I said, "It's Emma." And they said, "No, what's your full name?" And I said, "Oh, it's Emma Louise." He then asked again, said, "No, what's your real name?" And then I repeated again, "My name is Emma Louise." And they said, "No, what's your real name?" So for the fourth time I said, "It's Emma Louise. My name is Emma." Then he said, "No, what's your male name?" Of course, I didn't want to get aggressive, so I said, "I'm sorry, do I not look feminine to you?" And he said, "No." And then I said, "Well, I'm sorry, but this conversation is over. I've got nothing left to say to you." He then got really funny with me, wanting to try and carry on the conversation about asking my name. And it was at this point that two of my quiz team friends and the quiz host stepped in and tried to explain to this drunk guy about pronouns and how to address people and how times have changed. I mean, the guy was in his late 50s, early 60s, I would say. Definitely from a time where being gender fluid or trans or a crossdresser isn't common. But all three of them tried to educate him, and unfortunately they weren't very successful. I mean, their arguments were very compelling. They tried to explain about she, her, and how times are different, and everybody's free to express their gender, but he just wasn't accepting it. So afterwards, all two of my friends and the quizmaster were really apologetic towards me. And I said to all three of them, "You don't need to be apologetic, because it wasn't their fault. It was this guy's fault, the drunk person's fault." I thank my friends for being really supportive, and you always need to support your friends because they've always got your back. They asked me why it didn't affect me. Why did it not upset me? And bearing in mind that I thought I need to prepare for this moment because at some point it will happen, I said to my friends, it hasn't affected me because I haven't given it permission to affect me. I've not allowed that person to make me feel bad for who I am, for expressing my gender the way that I do. The guy left. He went and we had another drink. Me, my two quiz teammates, and the quizmaster. We all had another drink together. After that drink, the quizmaster's wife came in from work, and she was briefed by the quizmaster about the conversation, and she had a genuine interest about gender fluidity and how sometimes I present as male, sometimes I present as female. And I was very happy to tell her my boy name when I'm not Emma, because she had a genuine interest and she was wanting to understand. So that's fine. When people want to understand, I'm more than happy to help them understand. But this guy just didn't want to understand. He was obsessed with trying to know my male or birth name. He didn't accept that my name, as I present, is Emma. So I wasn't going to tell him my boy name. But yeah, this was my way of dealing with hate. It's my sort of little vibe as to the first time, certainly since July 2024, that I've experienced hate or a misunderstanding of my gender since I came out last year. So yeah, it's kind of a candid video. This is probably just going to be in one take, but I hope it sort of gives other cross-dressers or gender fluid, or those of you that are trans but in the closet, I hope it gives you a little bit of hope that not everybody is like that. And one of my teammates as well is 80 years old, and he stood up to this 50-year-old. So you can't call it about a generational shift. It's the older generation, because my one teammate who is 80 years old is super accepting of my gender fluidity and my expression. So it's not about age, it's just about understanding. So educate your friends where you can, and they'll be super supportive. I hope this video has helped someone. And I'll see you on the next one. Good night.